But bro, it had that feeling to it that it was like, yo, this is really the beginning of something.
Because you know, the people that were sitting in the crowd, you really felt like they were connecting. And the messages I've gotten afterwards were like, the speakers were so good, this person's story was so good. Like a lot of people that commented, I wrote them back. I was like, really? Because I recognized their faces. Like I chased some girl to the elevator last night. I was like, I just wanted to thank you because you sat there for 5 hours and I saw you engage with every speaker, and I really, really appreciate that. That you're like, you know, that it meant something to you, because you know that's the stuff that resonates with me most. Not my friends that bought tickets, although I appreciate it. Not like a lot of people showing up. It's like the people who really sat there and engaged in the content. Like that really. Like that's what like makes me more happy than anything, because you know, because then you really there's real value there. Like you realize that we actually presented something of real value. Like when we talked about it, we're like, we want to present something that's different, that's outside of the box. You know, that's what I really wanted to do. And it's hard to do that in a big crowd, but I think that if we did anything right, and we did some things wrong, but I think if we did anything right, that's what we did right. The speakers all connected.
100%.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect way to put it, bro. That it was like everybody got to connect the way that they wanted to connect, bro. And what do you think was the most impactful for you? Because I was in the back speaking to a lot of people at one point, so I didn't get to see a lot of the speakers speak or really dive into it.
It's funny, I think I got a lot out of the panel. I don't know if I got a lot of something people specifically said, but I got a lot of, like, I was impressed with the people. Like Ravi, for instance. I know Ravi from having a conversation with him. He doesn't speak that much in front of. He hasn't spoke that much in front of. He really asked to come there. He was good. Like that's a powerful presentation for a 25-year-old guy. You know what I mean? Like he was like, he walked in, and what I like about him is he's super professional. Like he showed up early. He brought his videographer. He did it how I would have done it. You know what I mean? Like so, I love that. Like the panel you were on is great. You know, between you and I knew it was gonna be good, but like you, Chickpea, who's raw, and Vova, who the kid is, he's very self-aware. Yeah. Like he was honest almost to a fault. He's like, yeah, I follow people. Yeah, I do this. Like that's cool. Like I like own it. You know, whatever you're doing, own it. So like, I even liked him. Like I thought Paul was really, really good. Like you could tell he's a professional speaker. Yeah. I thought Jen was great. Like the stuff, you know, the stuff about her brother and how she wrote the Huffington Post is I didn't even know anything about her. So like I really connected with that because I didn't know her story. But I think I got something out of everybody. You know, for me, it was my vision came to life. Yeah. Like I had all these people come speak for a certain reason, and nobody disappointed me. You know, they really all got on stage, you know, and it was, you know, Vicky helped me put the thing together, and it wasn't easy to put together, and she brought a lot of value as far as the people she brought in. Yeah. And she brought good people, like she introduced good people, and she brought good people to me, and like, you know, there was a lot of value in that, and she was right, and I was right as far as the speakers go, like these are the people we really need for this, so. Yeah. You know, I think seeing my vision come to fruition.
I think that next move, it's gonna be interesting coming up with a name for that, because I know a lot of people use the word mastermind today and stuff like that.
Yeah, we gotta do something different.
Something different, bro. Yeah. Just like when we're doing with the Craftsman Parlor and stuff like that. Like, it has to be something that's unique, that it's like, bring your skill to the table. You know what I mean? Like you're not just coming, even though they're gonna gain value from like the social media branding and everything that you'll be able to speak to them about, but also like them being able to bring something themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we set a bar, like, and now I feel like if we don't do something next time different, and I think you think outside of the box anyway, but that was the whole, you know, what's funny with this whole thing, like my vision was to do something different. You can be a visionary, you could like get your vision out there, like, and you help me with that because you back everything I'm gonna, like, you're always behind like what I want, like you're like, you know, dope, you know what I mean, like, so it's like, I think whatever we do next has got to be that. You know? Like it can't just be something out of the ordinary. It can't just be the Real Estate Disruptor 2. Like it can't like be that. Like, it's got to be something that brings so much value to these people. That are like, wow, like, cause that's what get people to buy in, like, and want to be part of the community. Yeah, and that's what I want. Like that whole thing yesterday. My worst case scenario, and I wrote this down, but I didn't say it. But my worst case scenario last night is that I got 200 people in my network now. 200 people that know my voice, 200 people that heard me talk. Like, so my worst case scenario, if I lose money on this event, it doesn't matter because I have 200 people that I can connect with. Like, so that was my worst case scenario. So the next thing can't be the same. Like, if during the next event, me and you were at some point are like, yeah, this is boring. Like, it's the same thing. We got good at this now. We have a system. We did something wrong. Yeah. Like, we're not completely uncomfortable. Like, I don't know how this is gonna go. We have to have the feeling like, this can go this way, that can go that way, or like it's not going to be good. You know what I mean? Like you have to throw a curveball in there. Yeah. But yeah, I think. Listen, whenever we do want to go forward now we set a bar for ourselves, even if everybody else doesn't realize it at this point yet. Like we set a bar at this point that like whatever's next is next. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think New York has to be next.
Yeah, New York is next.
Yeah, we got to do something dope.
Listen, New York is next.
Yeah, bro.
Leave Miami.
I drove an hour and a half to the event.
I know. I had some girl that drove in from Cincinnati. Wow. Yeah, she drove in from Ohio. I mean, every speaker, pretty much, besides like 3 or 4 of us, are not from the state. You know what I mean? Like Robbie flew in from Colombia, Sycamore from California, Paul flew in from Florida, like Glenn flew in from Miami, like everybody that spoke like flew in from somewhere.
Puerto Rico.
Anthony from Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, it's like I didn't think about that until I got on stage and I started talking about it. I'm like, oh, this is nuts. Like these people just, and they all just came to speak the value. Like nobody got paid. Like people that get paid to do that stuff, like they just did it on their own. Like Sycamore flew across the country. I was like, when are you staying to? He was like, I don't know. I didn't really plan on being here. I'm just kind of like it's like just showed up. You know what I mean? You know, and you never realize how good of a network you have, and this includes you too, with the filming and all that stuff. Like until you do something like this. And you walk like, wow, I got something for this, and I got something for this, and I got something that can really tell a true story. Like, so I mean, the next one's gonna be New York, I guess.
It's gonna be something crazy. I can imagine already, bro.